Mr. Darlington, I believe all of you know him. Everybody knows him. Barrister Darlington and Sheik Gumi squared it out on a national TV over over the invasion of America in Nigeria. My brother, you need to see how Gumi was speaking as if he's the spokesperson for bandits and terrorists. I'm telling you honestly, you need to watch it. It's not something you will love to miss. So watch as everything unveiled. The argument was intense, make you watch.
Are you not concerned that this might help solve the problem that Nigeria has been dealing with since 2009, the problem of Boko Haram? Shouldn't we be looking for a solution? And if there is one that can be arrived at without without Nigeria's sovereignty being affected, why haven't we gone for that solution, Sheik?
You just be patient and understand. If it's China coming to say that, people will believe it, because China is not closing into our internal affairs. If it's Russians, people will believe them. But America are not to be liars. They said Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction, and there is none. And they have caused confusion in Iraq, in Libya, and everywhere. So when they said Muslims are killing, or there is massacre of Muslims, like Christians in Nigeria, from which side? They didn't specify whether it is the government or whether it is the Muslims that are doing it, or even if Christians are targeted. Whatever it is, if Americans can cure and eliminate the terrorists, I will welcome it myself. But I know they cannot.
Okay, when you say they cannot, let me
tell you. Okay. They have fought 20 years in Afghanistan. They could not finish them. Afghanistan is in Syria now. This same thing. And this terrorists you see, it's not easy to just come and drop bombs here and there and think you will finish them. They have infiltrated the society, so it's going to cause more damage. More Muslims and more Christians will be killed if America would drop a bomb in Nigeria. I'm telling you this. You can take it for a record. So what we are trying to avoid, we are going to even compound it. Look, myself, I have been trying to see how we can pacify these people. I've been going to see how we can pacify these people and redirect them, because they are human beings. They listen and reason. But if you say you want to use force against force, then you will compound the problem and make the thing dirty. If Nigerian army, which has been very active in many hotspots, cannot deal with this issue for 18 years, for 15 years with Boko Haram, and now the bandits, and to me the bandits are even more vicious, because
you said something about Nigerian army not being able to do something about it for some time now. You have been the person, or rather, news have actually carried it, that you more like mediate or serve as an intermediary between them and the government, and that actually has sparked quite reaction among Nigerians. What can you tell us to be, some of the good points or flash points of your, interaction or discussion with them, especially when you had to get into the bush? The other time we're talking about giving them amnesty and all that.
Yes. You see, just to entice them to leave their weapons. You see, one thing good about it is, you see, you don't treat a disease without diagnosis. If a doctor can diagnose a disease, even if it's cancer, he will know how to manage it. So the good thing about it is, now before we are fighting a phantom, we don't know something is fighting us, coming to take us. We don't know that person.
Let's bring this conversation to the studio. Barrister Darlington, with you. I mean, you've been following this conversation, of course, what Sheik have just said. From your perspective, first off, what's your general review of this statement from the U.S. government? Plus, from all that has been said thus far, is it clear right now that Nigeria seems to be negotiating with these bandits and terrorists in clear view of what, of course, the opposition would want to put up?
Thank you, David. It is unfortunate that we are going through this route. Seriously. It's unfortunate that America is even pitying us. America is angry with what is going on here. For God's sake, how can a group of people call themselves bandits and they are holding Nigeria to ransom? Where is it done? Can such a thing happen in America? That is why this man Trump is angry with us. This type of thing can never happen anywhere. And look at how we are trying to pamper them. Look, Moses. On a more serious note, they said anybody who go to the bush and fetch anti-infested firewood is calling for lizard to come for a party in his house. If we have not allowed these people to come into Nigeria, will anybody be talking to us? Are we going to become a number in the CPC? But because we allow this thing, and leaders, from the beginning, they were tolerating this voice. Moses, on what ground would anybody, any leader in Nigeria, allow from the north or south, go outside and bring terrorists into Nigeria?
Barrister, do you have faith in the approach being carried out so far to assuage their temper?
It's a lie. No. Let me tell you, hold on. Somebody in this country once told us that there are good and bad bandits. I'll take my dictionary. I didn't see where they wrote these are good bandits and these are bad bandits. I don't know what that is. Somebody told us that they are their boss, that if anybody should attack them, they will not vote for that person. In this country, somebody told us that, yes, that if government does not answer to them, there will be no peace in Nigeria. Moses, these things are statement that was made for a man who claimed to be patriotic, a statesman. Is that how to solve a problem? You are pampering these boys, you are making them to become so bold. What audacity do they even have to attack anybody in Nigeria? For what? No, hold on. These other people, especially from the southeast, who have been fighting for themselves, do they go for government subsidy? No, do they want for government to pamper them? No, these other people that are fighting for struggling to survive in Nigeria. Why must a group of people now tell us that we must answer them? They are this, psychological, this and this. These other Nigerians that are holding peaceful agitation, peaceful nature, peaceful businesses. Are they not Nigerians? Okay. So if all of us become bandits, what will happen to us, Moses? Hold on. If all of us become bandits, will Nigeria is